Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking and that means a lot. If you guys keep clicking, if you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And today we're specifically focusing on the cast of Survivor 44. It's been leaked on Inside Survivor for months now, and I've kind of waited to make a video as 43 kind of comes to at least getting close to coming to a close. I think it's definitely interesting what this cast is looking like. We obviously know a bunch about the twists, the format, but I talked about that in my huge update video for Survivor 44. It's in the top right corner if you haven't seen it already. The only thing that I didn't really touch on specifically was the cast, and that's what this video is going to be. So I'm going to go through each cast member, kind of stalk their social media, and give my take on what I think they're going to be for the season. All right, so this first guy's name is Brandon Cottom, and again, I'm going to be guessing on names a lot here, so lay off me. But this guy is a former Seahawks player for the NFL. He seems to be living his best life right now. He's out of the NFL. He's hanging out with his girlfriend. He seems to be having a fantastic time, which isn't the worst thing coming on to Survivor, because you know who you are, you're confident in yourself, and you're not busy trying to have an emotional journey. You're just busy trying to win the game. So I think this definitely has advantages, and I could see him going far. I would say he's either a late pre-merge boot, maybe an early merge boot, but he's too big of a threat physically to get too far in the game. The next person is Brute Perialt, I guess. His accounts are kind of locked up here, so I'm not gonna be able to get in and really see who he is. We only really get that profile picture and the fact that he's a veteran and now a realtor. And I'm curious, in this new kind of woke era, are they going to respect the fact that he's a veteran or hate him, because these people hate America? So I'm very curious what's going to go down there, whether that will help him, hurt him, and will he hide it? That would be insane if veterans had to start hiding the fact that they're veterans, because it would make people to dislike them. That's just crazy. Next person we got is Carolyn Weiger. To me, she seems like a really cool mom, like a mom who's kind of in her prime age-wise. So she's like raising her kids, and they're in that like age where she's spending a lot of time with them, which obviously, it's iffy. Moms on Survivor usually don't do too good, but she is a younger mom, so it could work out for her. She seems like a very emotional person. I just get that vibe from her. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I don't know. I feel like I could definitely see her being like a crazy first boot who just doesn't know the game and doesn't know how to play the game very well. All right, next person I got is Carson Garrett. And I gotta say, the first thing I think about when I see this guy is, this is the guy. This is the guy who, in whatever, how long it is, 5 months, I guess? The guy in 5 months that we're all going to be talking about how he's in a great spot and he's playing the game fantastically. I don't know. You can just feel it. This guy's either going to flame out, but really, really try really, really hard, or he's going to like play a fantastic game. I know he gives off like that super fan nerdy vibe. When someone just looks the part, it makes perfect sense. And I feel like with this guy, he just looks the part. All right, next one we have is Claire Rafson. And this is the wokester. I can already tell she has a shirt on about queer people. Yeah, this is like so potent here with all of her photos that she is that like privileged woke girl. So we'll see, but I definitely get bad vibes about her. Hopefully she's at least fun to watch on TV. This next guy is Danny Massa. And this guy seems to be like a fitness guru, although it says firefighter on his Inside Survivor bio. So I'm curious exactly what he's up to right now. Most of his posts are about like the benefits of ice baths and things like that. So this guy is definitely like a fitness guy, like motivational in a way, I guess, because he is kind of like posting these like quotes and stuff about how like it works, like stay on the grind. So I don't know, that's interesting. I don't really think he's going to succeed in the game too well. Probably not the best strategical player. Maybe he'll surprise us like Mike, the firefighter from 42. All right, this next one is Franny Marin. To me, she seems the most like kind of like an Audrey type, where she's a nerdy female in her 20s. She's a bit younger now. I believe she's 21. So definitely a bit different, but I think the main similarities there, actually she's 23. The main similarities there for me is that they're both kind of these nerdy girls, and I think they both could have arcs of kind of taking over the game. I don't see her as like a winner of the season. To me, that doesn't really line up too well, but I think I could definitely see her playing that nerdy like female archetype. All right, next person I have for you is Heidi Lagares Greenblatt. Wow, that is a hell of a name. I gotta say, this one just seems weird. She just seems like kind of like a weird mom. Definitely the mom archetype of the season, more so than I believe the other mom was earlier, who was a much younger, if I remember correctly. She definitely seems like someone who's not going to win the game. Definitely more of a passive player. And maybe she's on here because she's a great character. That's the only reason that I can really think of, because she does not seem like some sort of mastermind strategically. All right, next one I have is Helen Lee. And boy, if this girl isn't the prototype to win Modern Survivor, and by Modern Survivor, I mean the past 3 seasons. I mean, she's a POC, she's a female, and on top of that, she seems to have a seemingly passive personality. Probably going to play the game very under the radar, aka like no moves made. Like, there isn't a better winner demographic build. If I had to build a winner for this new era, it's Helen Lee. Literally perfect for this new era. Oh, it scares me just a teeny tiny bit. Next up, we have Jamie Lynn Ruiz, and this girl's smile is nothing short of chilling. I mean, like, I'm obviously I'm being mean. So I think this girl overall is like a health guru. Definitely someone who's focused on her diet, focused on gardening. Those are kind of her hobbies. And I don't know if that's going to translate in the game. She could be seen as kind of weird because although the cast are more woke, that doesn't really include like the hippy dippy type of woke, but more of the like corporate thumbs up, like squeaky clean, never gonna say anything wrong type of woke. So I don't know. This girl's kind of I'm half and half on her. All right, next up is Josh Wilder. And well, I mean, you can see on the screen he's gay. And let's just say the pictures don't get less explicit; they get more explicit. In fact, so explicit that I actually felt uncomfortable having them on my computer, just sitting on my my hard drive. So I think I'm gonna not download those pictures. But yeah, this guy seems cool, I guess. I don't know. He seems like he could have the potential to be a really big dud. But I think if he comes through and plays a good game, he could add a lot to the season. Hopefully, he's not super woke. He doesn't give off that vibe. Although when I say these pictures get a lot more explicit, and this is just on his public Instagram. Whew, yeah, scary. Next up is Kane Fritzler. Very, very interesting last name. He doesn't have a social media, at least not a public one, so I can't really get on there. But by his profile picture, I feel like he is kind of like a gamer type. Like, he's definitely more of an introvert. I'm curious what special thing he has that, you know, got him on this cast, or is it really just the fact that he's a big super fan? I mean, because he definitely speaks to a big super fan based on his appearance. So we'll see. All right, next up is Lauren Ashley, and she's a really young mom. She had a kid at 21 and dropped out of college with 1 year left. She really writes about this story in a huge paragraph on her Instagram, and just by this paragraph, I can tell that she's been through a lot, and it's going to make her a great character on this season. If you want to go check it out, you can pause the video where I show it here. But it's a really, really good paragraph, and it really gives you a sense of who she is. There's also more that I had to cut off the photo, so go check it out yourselves. All right, this next one's Madeline Pamela, I don't know, whatever. This girl is a party animal. Let's just put it that way. Almost every other post on her Instagram is her and her friends holding beers, partying. I mean, I guess she's in college, so it makes sense. She seems to be like that super fan type because her Instagram @ is Jeff Probst Can You Hear Me? So she's definitely a big super fan, which I do respect. On top of that, she seems to be very extroverted and like hanging out with a bunch of people. I don't know. To me, this seems like a great cast. Definitely something there. I also respect her for posting this Andrew Cuomo quote. If you know the context, absolutely hilariously stupid. So I can definitely respect her. A little bit based, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. This next guy, Matthew Mail. Definitely based. Now, the catch is he's actually gay, but he seems to be really based. His Instagram is full of like hilarious pictures, like him with a horse just randomly, even though he's not country at all. Or, you know, I feel like he has that vibe of just like that goofy vibe, like a fun, happy go, a loving guy. So we'll see, but I definitely get fun fan favorite vibes from him. All right, next is Sarah Wade, and she is the smoke show of the season. Definitely casted for a particular reason. Yeah, there really isn't much here about personality. She's definitely gonna have one thing going for her coming into the game, and I'll leave that up to you to interpret. All right, next is a Yamil, but his nickname is supposed to be Yam Yam for the season. And I gotta say, you can feel the humor in this guy. This guy seems hilarious just through his photos and how he presents himself. He seems like he's gonna be locked for a fan favorite, even if he's woke, I think he'll still add a lot to the season. And the last guy, Matt, apparently nobody can find info about him. The only thing they know is that his name is Matt and he lives in San Francisco, California. They don't know a job, they don't have a social media, they don't even have like his hobbies, they don't have anything, a location, just nothing. They have absolutely nothing except for his name, basically. So that's kind of creepy. So what do you think? Is this cast full of duds or full of golden characters, woke or based? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, none of this happens without you guys, and that's going to talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.